You talked about an efficient channel guidance experience, like the future of efficient channel guidance. What did you mean by that? And why should we be talking about it?
That's something that I don't think we're there yet, but I think if we need to paint the destination from my perspective, this is what we should be thinking about. And what I mean by that is if a customer comes to a digital property that you have with a certain intent and they start to navigate your content or engage with your content in a way that you can quickly understand the intent and what they have, you should know through your resolution data, your behavioral data, how people engage with your content, when they go to assisted, when they don't go to assisted, which channel they use. You should be able to leverage all this information and really guide the customer to the most efficient channel to resolve their issue. So let's say you're a hardware company and someone comes to your site and says, I'll just take an example, you build mouses. And someone comes to your site and says, my mouse is broken. You don't have a digital workflow to manage RMAs and things like that because you want to ask questions. You shouldn't even have them go through self-service. You should say, hey, click this button and we'll get an agent to help you right away, because we know that the most efficient way to get this done is through the assisted channel. Versus if the question is, I don't have power on my mouse anymore, chances are battery's dead, or you didn't charge it if it's an internal battery and things like that. You might want to bring them through that self-service channel by guiding them through the right steps to do it. It's with a generative answer, with pictures, with whatever. It might be a very easy example, but when we talk about guided resolution, it's leveraging your data and saying, what's the most efficient channel, regardless of whether it's self-service or assisted, to solve this? And how can I get my customer to that point as quickly as possible so that we can resolve their issue as fast as they expect us to? Because you have, or you will have, that data. I talked a little bit about the history of how we built these self-service experiences versus assisted. And I think it comes from our on-prem legacy, where when we were on premise, especially in the tech space, we didn't own the asset. It was easier to say, you know what? You bought the laptop. It's your problem. We can help you with these online resources, but we don't want to talk to you. Go see your reseller, go see whoever. People say, you know what? I bought a Dell, HP, Lenovo, Apple, whatever. You never have access to these companies. Like I have a MacBook Pro. I have to go to the Apple store to the Genius Bar if I have a problem. I can't call Apple directly, or I can't call Dell. I can't call Microsoft if it's a Windows problem. I have to self-serve. Now in the SaaS world, as companies or as technology suppliers, we own the assets. The customer doesn't own the asset. It's the same thing as buying a car versus renting a car. You know that if you rent the car, if you don't have good service after your lease, just bring the car back, here are your keys, and I'm going to go to the other dealership and I'm going to do the same thing over there because I don't want to be left with this asset. It's the same thing. So you have to change how you think about service, which is we own the asset. We want you to renew. We want you to grow your business with us. We need to take care of you in the best way possible. And I think the guided resolution should be our destination. It should be like, okay, our customer has this problem. We know that live chat is the best way to resolve it. Let's guide them through live chat.